The Battle of Rorkes Drift, against all odds. In this episode of Ancient War Diaries, we bring you another exciting and thrilling history about how resilience led a small group of British soldiers to defeat the fearsome Zulu warriors. The Battle of Rorkes Drift stands as one of history's most remarkable stories of courage and resilience. In January 1879, a small group of British soldiers faced an overwhelming force of Zulu warriors in an extraordinary confrontation during the Anglo-Zulu War. This is the tale of an underdog victory where bravery, strategy, and determination overcame seemingly impossible odds. The Anglo-Zulu War erupted against the backdrop of British imperial expansion in South Africa. Seeking control over the fiercely independent Zulu kingdom, the British underestimated their enemy's military capabilities and cultural unity. The Zulu people, led by their king Cetshwayo, were renowned for their discipline, strategy, and courage in battle. Rorkes Drift, a mission station turned supply depot and hospital, seemed unremarkable at first glance. The station was located near the Buffalo River, marking the border between British-controlled Natal and Zululand. It would soon become the unlikely site of a heroic defense. On the 22nd of January 1879, earlier that day, the Zulu inflicted a crushing defeat on the British at IsandIwana, killing over 1,300 troops. Riding the momentum of this decisive victory, an advanced Zulu force of over 3,000 warriors turned their sights on the lightly defended Rorkes Drift outpost. There lay just 150 British troops, many of whom were recovering from illnesses in the hospital. Their survival seemed far from assured. Leadership at Rorkes Drift fell to two young officers, Lieutenant John Chard of the Royal Engineers and Lieutenant Gonville Bromhead of the 24th Regiment of Foot. Both men, despite their differences in temperament and military training, rose to the occasion and inspired a garrison of British soldiers, colonial volunteers, and Natal irregulars to prepare for the fight of their lives. In dire circumstances, the defenders quickly fortified the station. Using whatever materials were at hand, mealie bags, biscuit tins, and wagons, they constructed makeshift barricades to slow the advancing Zulu forces. Their defenses, though flimsy, would play a critical role in the coming battle. The Zulu warriors, armed with traditional spears known as assegais and cowhide shields, brought centuries of battlefield tactics honed under the legendary Zulu king, Shaka. Though they lacked firearms, their numbers and relentless aggression made them formidable opponents. They moved swiftly and with precision, aiming to overwhelm their enemy through sheer force and casualty-inducing attacks. By the afternoon of January 22nd, the British defenders saw the Zulu Approach. The sight of thousands of warriors bearing down on their position was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The defenders braced themselves as the first wave of attackers stormed toward the station. The Battle of Rorkes Drift unfolded over 12 grueling hours. The Zulu attacked in waves, testing the British defenses from every angle. The first assaults were repelled with volleys of concentrated rifle fire. Thanks to their disciplined lines and steady shooting, the outnumbered British kept the attackers at bay, but it became clear that each successive attack pushed them closer to their limits. The hospital became a focal point of the battle. As flames engulfed the building, defenders worked tirelessly to evacuate the wounded, retreating through openings that had been smashed into walls while fighting off the invaders. The slow, desperate withdrawal from the burning hospital to the fortified lines outside was one of the most harrowing moments of the engagement. The Zulu proved unrelenting. Wave after wave of attackers hurled themselves at the barricades, seeking any weak spots. The defenders, despite exhaustion, injuries, and dwindling ammunition, held firm. The resolute leadership of Chard and Bromhead, along with numerous acts of individual heroism, ensured that the line was never broken. The Battle of Rorkes Drift is remembered not only as a military engagement, but as a showcase of extraordinary bravery. Soldiers like Private Henry Hook, initially dismissed as undisciplined, were instrumental in saving comrades trapped in the hospital. Hook's courage in holding off Zulu attackers while evacuating the wounded cemented his place as one of the battle's iconic figures. Similarly, Corporal William Allen and Private Frederick Hitch held critical positions despite being severely wounded, refusing to abandon their posts. These moments of heroism demonstrated the defenders' commitment to each other and their mission, even when survival seemed impossible. As night fell, both sides endured the physical and psychological strain of continued fighting. The attackers, though fierce, found it increasingly difficult to breach the defenders' reinforced barricades and withstand steady British volleys. The disciplined British firepower and sheer determination kept the Zulu at bay. By the early hours of January 23rd, the Zulus began to withdraw. Whether due to exhaustion, mounting casualties, or strategic reconsideration, the attackers melted back into the night. For the defenders, dawn revealed a scene of devastation, but they remained standing. Against all odds, they had survived. The battlefield at Rorkes Drift was a grim sight. Around 350 Zulu warriors lay dead, with hundreds more wounded. The British defenders counted 17 of their own killed and many others wounded, a shocking contrast given the disparity in numbers. The resilience and discipline of the defenders marked Rorkes Drift as a victory that would reverberate far beyond the small mission station. Surviving soldiers were hailed as heroes, and 11 were awarded the Victoria Cross, Britain's highest military decoration for valour. This remains the record for the largest number of Victoria Crosses awarded in a single engagement in British military history. While the British saw Rorkes Drift as a triumph, the Zulus' role in the battle commands deep respect. Their courage, unity, and tactical ingenuity were undeniable. They fought with extraordinary determination, and their discipline earned the admiration even of their enemies. The story of Rorkes Drift is as much about the valour of the Zulu warriors as it is about the British defenders. The Battle of Rorkes Drift is a testament to the power of preparation, leadership, and sheer willpower. It has become an enduring symbol of resilience under extreme adversity, a story that continues to inspire military and civilian audiences alike. Beyond the battlefield, the story holds a deeper lesson. The heroism displayed on both sides reflects the complexities of human conflict. The Anglo-Zulu War was not a simple clash of good versus evil, but a collision of two cultures, each fighting for survival and sovereignty. In the century following the battle, Rorkes Drift would achieve fame through portrayals in literature, dramatization, and film. The 1964 movie Zulu cemented the engagement in popular culture, depicting the ferocity of the Zulu attack and the heroism of the defenders. While the film offered a gripping retelling, it also took liberties with historical details, raising questions about the accuracy and ethical considerations of representing such events. The Battle of Rorkes Drift is more than just a military tale. It is a story of grit, determination, and humanity under fire. For military enthusiasts, it exemplifies how strategy and morale can prevail against overwhelming odds. And for storytellers, it highlights the universal appeal of underdog victories. Most importantly, it reminds us of the complexities and costs of war, a lesson as relevant today as it was in 1879. The defenders of Rorkes Drift, outnumbered and outgunned, stood firm and changed the course of history. Their extraordinary courage continues to resonate, serving as a powerful reminder of the profound human spirit in times of crisis. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share for more thrilling ancient war stories.